Okay, everyone. Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Ravenrook Plays If My Heart Had Wings. So, let's pick up where we left off and just kind of see how far we get in this one. Ha, ha, ha. I push down on the heavy pedals and the gears creak. I worry that the chain, which is stretched to its limit, will snap and fly off at some point. However, there's no time to think about that during the hill climb. Damn it, I can't do this anymore. This sport is just way too severe. I'm not proud of this, but I decided not to put myself through any pointless hardship. I don't enjoy putting in a lot of effort. Just ahead of me is something fun, so that's why I can do my best. At that time, I was getting closer and closer to it. Finally, the top of the slope. As I climbed to the top of the slope, the view all of a sudden opened up. Below me is the town, spreading far into the distance, and the steep downhill road. Finally, the time has come for my reward. I lower my posture, kick down on the pedal, and accelerate in the blink of an eye. Yeah, that does sound awesome. Like it would feel amazing. In spite of the headwind that would have been so problematic on flat ground, I cut through it like a bullet. On a downhill slope, speeds can reach close to 80 kilometers per hour. Holy shit. If that were a car driving through the city, it would breeze past as it overtook other cars. If I come off my bike now, I'll be seriously injured. No joke, I could even die. After all, when we race, we are almost completely exposed. The road is winding and still not flat. At high speeds, when I entrust my body to the inertia, the wheels bounce on the uneven road surface. Strangely, I don't feel any fear. I only feel overwhelming exhilaration. Nevertheless, I mustn't lose concentration. It's not like I hadn't predicted that there might be unforeseen circumstances. Even so. Oh shit. Backstory, bitches. When I opened my eyes, I thought that I was on that hospital bed. Sure, there's an unfamiliar ceiling, but I soon realized that it wasn't a hospital. It's my room, huh? I still don't really feel like this is my room, though. I lie on my side on the bed and vacantly try to recall what happened in my dream. I forgot most of it from the shock of waking up, but I had an idea of what kind of dream it was. I pull the alarm clock toward myself. 11:42. It's noon already. Even though it's Sunday, I've slept too long. On Sunday, I don't need to prepare breakfast. As for the jobs like fixing leaks and other jobs that can be done quickly, I did most of them yesterday. A Sunday with nothing to do. I get out of bed and look down at my knee. There's the scar, fresh from surgery. It was the first time I'd seen it in a while, the dream about that time. In the last few days, because of how busy I'd been and the change of scene, I'd gone without having any unnecessary thoughts. Things had only calmed down a little, but I had let my guard down emotionally. Somehow I felt strangely sluggish and didn't feel like getting out of bed. There was someone knocking on the door. Aoi, are you awake? Hey! It's Sanae, the third grade boarder. She's quite a cheerful person, but I always feel like she's keeping her distance from me. Despite that, now... Aoi, wake up! Hey, Aoi! I'm awake. First I answer, then get out of bed, and then moved over to the door. What is it? Well, you have a visitor. While thinking it was strange for Sanae to get so excited, I quickly got changed and left the room. I look outside the entrance to see... Anchan! Hi, Aoi. Anchan! When she said I had a visitor, she meant Anchan. The boarders poked their heads out from behind the wall of the hallway and looked at Anchan from a distance. I mean, who wouldn't want to get a glimpse of this smoke show? It's just like Anchan to be completely unfazed by this weird spectacle. Here, eat this with the boarders, Anchan said as he passed me a welcoming present. What's this? Shingen mochi? We were given this by someone in the neighborhood, but we couldn't eat all of it. Oh, is this what I think it is? Anchan had always been popular with the girls, especially with much older ladies. He often received presents from them, particularly from the elderly ladies. It's possible that he could become like the straw millionaire, and even if he just walked around the town for a day, there would be no shortage of things to eat. I take the souvenir from Anchan and pass it to Yuka and the others, who are half hidden behind the wall of the hallway. Here, he said we should eat this together. Hey, who's that guy? What's his connection to you? He's my childhood friend, Anchan. Childhood friend, huh? Really? The others all start saying really, too. Anchan, come on in, I'll pour you a cup of tea or something. But this is a girls' dorm, right? Yes, you're right. Because I am staying here, I don't really think about it that often. Okay. Come on, I'll treat you to lunch. Oh, now we're talking. How are you finding it here? Yeah, it's nice. It feels relaxing. Huh. Come on, I know you don't mean that. Looking at this view, you don't feel like you're back in your hometown, do ya? Yeah, I guess not. The reconstruction work has been completed in this area, and it feels like a new town. There are many brand new buildings, the roads are neatly paved, and there's not a trace of the Kazegara that I once knew. But I remember this street. I mean, I used to come down here almost every day. If you go this way, it leads to Kazumi Shopping Street. It's the place where me, Ageha, and the others were born and raised, and had a small shopping street. My family had a small real estate agency set up on one side of the street. Ageha's family had a sporting goods store, and Masatsugu's had a ramen restaurant. Then there's Anchan's place, which is a town factory near the shopping street. My childhood friends and I were all kids of the Kazumi Shopping Street, so we all played together. However, the shopping street disappeared due to the reconstruction. Have you been to Windy yet? I've been to the underground shopping arcade a few times. I went to buy groceries. That was where I went yesterday with Ageha and Kotori. So, you haven't seen the above ground part yet? That's right. I was busy, so I hadn't been there. Since we're here, we should take a look on the way to getting some food. Whoa. It's pretty amazing, huh? Yeah. Windy Kazegara. It's a large shopping mall built on the site of the small Kazumi Shopping Street, where we grew up. I've been to the underground level before, but I always enter using the entrance at the back, which is near the dormitory, so I didn't know what it was like above. I thought it would be a big building, but I can't believe that the Kazumi Shopping Street used to be here. It's one of the biggest retail facilities in the country. Along with Windmill Hill, it's one of the new famous spots in Kazegara. I didn't feel at all like I had come back to my hometown. On the contrary, I felt like I was lost in some unknown country. What happened to everyone from the shopping street? The ones who wanted to set up their shops in here. Some went to other places, but everyone's doing okay. Ageha said that she had moved. If you want to know about Ageha's house... Oh, Anchan! Ah, there you are. Ageha appeared with uncanny timing. Hey, what are you two doing, having all the fun to yourselves? You should have called me. But you were helping out at your family's shop, weren't you? I just finished, replied Ageha, who was standing in front of Himegi Sports. That's what it said on the sign. Oh yeah, you said you'd move house, but you also said that the shop was now in Windy, didn't you? Himegi Sports. This is a sporting goods store managed by Ageha's father. As far as I remember, it was a small-town sporting goods store, but now it was a kind of trendy sports store aimed at young people. They must be thinking of the kind of clientele they get in the shopping mall, but because it's so different to how it was when I was a kid, I'm slightly confused now. Heh, it's really great now, huh? I didn't know that your dad had an eye for what young people like. I answered while slightly dazed. Oh, that's right. Hey, Hotaru. As Ageha called from inside the store, a petite girl smaller than Ageha came outside. What is it, Ageha? Anchan and Aoi are here. Huh? Hotaru opened her eyes wide for a moment and then looked up at me. Her face seemed to say, is this big guy standing here really Aoi? In that case, I should prove it myself. Long time no see, Hotaru. I rub Hotaru's head in the same way that Anchan did to me. Ah, stop it, Aoi. Hotaru wriggles her head around at her wit's end as I rub it. She is Ageha's younger sister. She's only 1 year younger, so we used to play together a lot as kids. Her personality is the complete opposite of her sister, shy and quiet. Yeah, as like heroines, right? These two personalities are often kind of put into the sister category because it's so easy to kind of set up that foil. And usually the younger sister is like you can think of like Neptune and Nepgear. Similar kind of dynamic going on as well, although, you know, a little bit more overblown, obviously, but same kind of deal here. It's a good, I mean, it works. It's a good dynamic, so. You've gotten bigger, too. In what ways are we referring to, Aoi? Rub, rub. What? Aoi, my eyes are going round and round. Hey, don't be mean to my sister. I'm not being mean, am I, Hotaru? Ow, don't pinch my cheeks. I let go, and for a little while, Hotaru continued moving her head round and round, even though I wasn't doing anything. Whoa. Geez, that's the first time you've seen her in 5 years. It's all a bit too sudden, Hotaru. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. My eyes were going round and round a little, that's all. It's really you, Aoi. I'm back, Hotaru. Do you want me to rub your head again? I start to move my hands toward her, like I'm gonna do it again. Eek! Hotaru jumped back and hid behind Ageha. Look at that. Look at her face. Oh my god. Daggers, man. Don't be mean. Bam. I've been punched in the ribs. Ack. I just wanted to play with Hotaru a little, that's all. For some reason, Ageha is very protective of Hotaru. Maybe because there are jerks like you out there. I thought I'd come and see you sometime, Hotaru. Oh yeah, we go to the same school, so I should have brought her to see ya. Hotaru goes there too? Yeah. That's a surprise. I had the idea in my head that Hotaru would definitely go to a regular school. 'Cause she's a dumbass or what? Everyone was really influenced by Anchan. I told you to give it up, though. Anchan graduated from Keifu Academy. Because it was the school that Anchan went to, Ageha and the others all took the entrance exams like it was a matter of course. I was the same when I came back here, because I knew it was a special school when I was choosing which school to transfer to. So I guess that was because of Anchan too. Anyway, what are you two doing? Could it be that you're on a date? Bingo. Oh, just going for it. I love it. I love it, Anchan. Huh? I knew it. Hey, Anchan. I guess it's kinda true, isn't it? I thought I'd buy Aoi lunch. Do you two want to come with us? Yeah. Okay. In that case, we have to invite him too, otherwise he'll be sulking about it. No, it's no good. If you mean Mabo, he's busy today. What? He's got plans, has he? Yeah, he has a girlfriend. He's going on a proper date. Yesterday, he was boasting about it. But she's cute, isn't she? Ma-kun's girlfriend? If that's how it is, we can't get in his way. We'll go without him. Yay, eating with Anchan. We haven't had a meal together in a long time. Where shall we go? Anywhere is okay with me. Anchan asked me. You're asking me where we should go, but I still don't really know this place. There are many shops, but everywhere is unfamiliar to me. It's already decided, isn't it? When we get together, there's only one place for us to go, said Ageha as Hotaru nodded. I also remember, a little slower than the others. Taiyoken! Mabo's dad doesn't hold back, does he? Oh yeah, the ramen shop. I felt like my ramen was going to come back up, and I just barely kept it down by rubbing my hand along my belly. It's because you got carried away and asked for the special big bowl. I made the right choice by choosing the big bowl. Okay, yeah, minus the special. That's still quite a lot, Ageha. That was more than usual. He gave Aoi some extra as a special service. Anshan, who also had a special big bowl, was completely unfazed. Mabo's dad was pleased to see you again, Aoi. He even gave us a discount, too. But I can't believe that Taiyoken is still around. Taiyoken is a Chinese restaurant on one side of Kazumi Shopping Street. It's also Masatsugu's house. They used to serve regular set menus, but since moving, they've changed direction. It's become like one of the new wave ramen restaurants in the city. Business is booming. Recently it was in a magazine, and the number of young customers is increasing, so Mabo's dad is very happy. His photo was in there too. It was really cool. He had a towel wrapped around his head, his arms crossed, a confident look on his face, and a cool pose. Masatsugu is like his father. In other words, like his father, he gets carried away easily and tends to show off. Whenever there are sports events or karaoke competitions in the town, regardless of the result, he's always the center of attention. The taste was completely different, and apart from seeing Mabo's dad, it wasn't nostalgic at all. Before it was plain soy sauce ramen, but now it had become pork bone and fish, double soup. Just like this place, everybody changes. That's right, 5 years have passed after all. Yeah, you're right. Well, when you say 5 years, I guess it really is a long time. But some things haven't changed. Masatsugu's dad was the same as always. The same goes for Ageha and Hotaru, and also Anshan. The things that I most wanted to say the same are still here. Hold on, I'm gonna go get a drink. Anshan made us wait at a bench by the side of the road while he went to buy some juice. Hotaru went after him. Ageha and I sat down on the bench. Hey, Aoi. What's up? Have you decided which club you want to join? I reply vaguely. There is one that I thought would be okay. Which one? It's still just a candidate. Come on, just tell me, will ya? I don't even know if it's a proper club or not. What is it? You're in the robot club, right? Yeah, it's the most popular in our school. You enter contests, don't you? Do they fight? When I think of robots, I imagine them firing missiles and flying through the air. Yeah, okay. You might want to come back down to Earth there, Aoi. It's not like that. Well, yeah, I guess. Maybe what you're thinking of is a little different. Yeah, you're thinking of like full-on Mobile Suit Gundam there. They do obstacle courses, carry and stack things, and so on. What the hell? We battle in terms of robot technology. Every year a theme is chosen, and we make them in accordance with that theme. Oh. Are you interested? I don't know. You say you build robots, but I don't really understand it. Well, I guess it's hard to understand. In the last few years, we've been eliminated in the first round every time, and people are never really surprised by that. If you joined and straightened everyone out, I'd be really grateful. Why don't you do it yourself? No, it's not really in my nature. If I had to say, Ageha likes to do things at her own pace. They were more enthusiastic in the past. It seems they were once runners-up in the national competition. Wow, that's amazing. That time, the one who made the robot was... Say, you saw her the other day, do you remember? The super repeat student Amane Mochizuki? Yeah, I remember. Is that because she's pretty? Moving on. No, that's not why. Well, that could be one reason. Ageha makes a face that says that she doesn't understand as she continues her story. When Amane was still in the first grade, with a robot she'd made almost entirely by herself, she suddenly came runner-up in the national competition. She lost in the final, but it was said that it was because she pushed the wrong button, and the reason why she lost was because of an unforced error. There are no what-ifs in a match, but the national championship slipped through her fingers. She was in the first grade? Yeah, she's on another level, that girl. What's up, Anshan? Before we had realized, Anshan and Hotaru had come back, but were standing a little further away while watching us. Which do you want, lemonade or orange? Lemonade. I'll have orange. I take the can of juice and crack it open. Thanks. As we enjoyed drinking the juice, Anchan watched us quietly. What is it? Well, it's like we've gone back to the past. The two of you are together again. Ageha and I look at each other while drinking our juice. Then, embarrassed, we both laugh. There's one person missing though. It's typical of Mabo to not be here at a time like this. He's always been like that. Even when we all got caught playing tricks, he'd always run away by himself. What a little bitch! But later on, he would always cry while apologizing. That guy really is a handful, isn't he? Ageha sighed as she said that, and Hotaru and I laughed. Even Mabo managed to get a girlfriend. You guys have to give it a shot too, you know. In response to Anchan's teasing, the rest of us blush. I'm fine. I don't know about Aoi though. Really? I've just come back here, haven't I? But you're the dorm mother of a girls' dormitory full of cute girls, and you're getting along well with them already. Yeah, that is suspicious, bud. Huh? Hey, don't say it like that. Ah, that girl, huh? She sure was cute. Not you too, Anchan. I love it. Hotaru looks at me with suspicion. Hotaru, it's really not like that. I'm just working as a dorm mother. But Aoi, you're cool. You'll get a girlfriend soon. Oh, now she's supportive? I can't handle this. I said it's not like that. Oh, jeez, I'm thirsty. I drink down the rest of the juice in one gulp. Ageha grinned as she looked at me, while Hotaru seemed worried. Well then, I'm gonna get going. What? You're going back already? Sorry, but I have an urgent job to do this evening. Thanks for inviting me out today, Anchan. It's alright, I had fun too. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. Is this about the part? Anchan came back and took some small parts from his pocket. Here it is. It's those things that you asked for. It was the parts that Amane had requested. What are these, and what are they for? They're parts for a glider. A glider? It's a kind of measuring instrument. One of the seniors at school asked me to get it. Aha! Suddenly, Ageha spoke in a loud voice. You mean Amane, don't you? If you're talking about gliders, it can only be her. Yes, that's right. What's going on? Did you meet her at some point? Kind of. It'll take a while to explain, so I try to dodge the question. It includes some information that I don't really want to talk about for some reason. Hey, Aoi, is she that... Yes, that beautiful girl. Uh-oh. I think the jig is up, Aoi. Once again, I receive a dubious stare from the Himagi sisters. It's okay, Hotaru. In the time that Aoi has been away from this town, he's become quite the pervert. Oh, really? That's right, it's such a shame. Hey, don't fill her head with such nonsense. Watching you guys really puts my mind at ease. Don't just stand there laughing. Back me up, Anchan. What? There's nothing wrong with it. Being interested in something, falling for someone. Anchan gave me a squeeze as he put his arm around my shoulder. Finding something new is a good thing, Aoi. Speaking into my ears so that only I could hear, Anchan let go of me. Whew. See ya. Don't make too much noise in a public place. Raising one hand and waving it gently, Anchan went home. After Anchan went back, we went to Himagi Sports to say hello to Ageha's father. Then I stayed for a little while, enjoyed some tea and cakes, and it soon became evening. As I walked along the street to the dormitory, I still felt like I didn't want to go back just yet. I might go for a little stroll. It's changed a lot around here too. Before, there was only an embankment here. We used to play here a lot, catching koi and crucian carp, but now it had a promenade and had been made into a walking course. Well, this was just right for taking a stroll. I walked slowly while gazing quietly at the lake, dyed by the setting sun. My hometown had changed a lot in 5 years, but the important things hadn't changed at all. Finding something new is a good thing, Aoi. Finding something. As I speak quietly to myself, I look at the view on the other bank. I mean, just fucking look at that. Fuck, like... Yeah, some of these visuals are just, like... breathtaking. The windmills standing on the gentle slope face the wind and slowly turn. Even so, the chef's ramen was really tasty. Next time I'll try the dipping noodles. Dipping noodles? Huh? A little further away, someone was there. It was a petite girl. She ran her hand along the fence and, like me, was gazing at Windmill Hill on the opposite bank. Someone was there? I didn't think anyone was there, so I was talking to myself, but it seems that she heard me. Huh? Hear that? Huh? The mood about her was a little different, so I didn't realize straight away, but no doubt about it, it's the girl who was in the supermarket yesterday. The girl who bought a lot of 29.80 yen per 100 grams meat to make curry. Was the curry nice? How do you know about that? Don't you remember yesterday in the supermarket? Oh, that might not have been me. Huh? What on earth is she talking about? That was my older sister. Maybe, she was walking around cluelessly and a guy tried to chat her up again. Older sister? It was sukiyaki and sushi. Huh? That was yesterday's dinner. Oh, I see. She's talking about what was bought at the supermarket. I guess that's what happened. There's no way you could make curry with something like that. It seems that right at the last minute, she started to see sense. Well then, I'd best be off now. Sure. It totally felt like, for her, talking to me was too much hassle, so she dismissively got up and left. It was a completely different feeling to when I met that girl in the supermarket. While thinking how strange it was that there would be such a complete change in a girl whose name I didn't even know, I returned to the road home. It wasn't far from the lake to the dormitory. I didn't have any time to think about much before I got back. Something new. The parts that I had been given by Anshan were in my pocket. As I held them in my hand, I looked up at the clouds slowly floating across the sunset sky. These things are gonna fly, aren't they? I meant the glider parts. They would become part of that white aircraft and would fly across the sky on those great big wings. To the other side of the clouds. The reason why I decided to look up at the clouds impulsively like that might have been because of that girl I had just met. Forgetting about my silly fantasy, I got through the gate to the dormitory. Hat, not yet. You mustn't move yet. This ought to be cute. Quack. Kotori was in her wheelchair, with her back bent over, slowly creeping forward. It was almost as though she was walking on tiptoes. What are you up to this time? I was quite used to her doing strange things, but I still hadn't acquired the ability to determine instantly what it was she was doing. She gave me a long stare. A cat? There it was, laying across the stone steps, licking and grooming itself. Then on the other side, Hat was waiting. Are you trying a pincer attack? It didn't really look like that, though. However, if they did, they might be able to. Now, Hat. Interrupting my thoughts, Kotori gave the signal. Oh no, quack, quack, quack. Suddenly, Hat started flapping his wings and chasing the cat from behind. Surprised, the cat jumped up and ran in the opposite direction, where Kotori was waiting to catch it. Yeah! There's no way that'll work. The cat, with brilliant footwork like Zidane's Marseille roulette, turned around while evading Kotori and ran away. Is that supposed to be... No, it must be... Definitely not the soccer player. Must be... I kind of want to look up that reference later. Oh, it ran away. Quack, quack. You really were trying a pincer attack. Humph. What's that? You've got something to say? Kotori realized I was looking at her and sulked quietly. What were you gonna do once you caught the cat? Isn't it obvious? I was gonna stroke it. Yeah, this is adorable. It was as if she was saying, of course, but even if she caught a surprised cat as it was running away, it would go crazy and at worst scratch and cut her. Next time, make a better strategy. For example, you could try luring it toward you with a long piece of grass. I'll think about it. She said as she earnestly wrote a memo. Looks like she always has a notebook tucked away in her wheelchair. More importantly, pow. She points at me. This is a sign that she has a bone to pick with me. You're late. Where have you been, loitering around? Huh? I went for a walk. That's why I'm late. Her tone was like a mother scolding her child. I wonder if there's something I was supposed to have done. The preparations for dinner. You're the one who asked me to help. It's still only 5 o'clock, though. Yeah, I don't know what time of year it is, but concept of time, it definitely felt like it was more like late into 6 p.m. or possibly even 7. Having a hard time believing it's 5, but I guess, you know, depending. But yeah, I don't know, man. Whatever, you didn't even tell me when we would start. Sorry, if I start about 6, I usually get it done in time. Really? Well, we'll do that from tomorrow. She said as she wrote another note. Do you mean that you were waiting for me? She must have gotten bored, which is why she decided to catch the cat. Yes, I was. However, I was waiting to fulfill my duties. Don't get any funny ideas. I don't know what sort of funny ideas you mean. Could you give me a few examples? I'll try teasing her a little. You can't figure that out for yourself? Anyway, let's go. I'm starving. You know, isn't that right, Hat? Quack. See? Hat says he's hungry too. Okay, well then, it's still a little early, but shall we get started? Say, what are we having today? Mapo, eggplants, and egg soup. Is that tasty? Yeah, it's great. It's my specialty. He says it's tasty. Quack. As we go through the dormitory door, I realize that my feelings of uneasiness had vanished at some point. Yeah, we started the day with our, waking up from that dream about the bicycle race. And this change in scenery really seems to be a good thing for Aoi. And I like the emphasis on like the past trauma and all of that stuff, but then like moving on and the moving on of self-improvement kind of coupled with this being a visual novel and having romantic elements, that all of that kind of goes together so nicely from a narrative standpoint. She tried to do a pincer attack with a duck to catch a cat, didn't she? While I remembered this, I started to chuckle to myself, and I realized that when she's with me, I feel strangely calm, and then things start to feel weird again. Oh, Amane was looking over the parts that I had brought her from every angle and let out sounds that expressed admiration. Is this okay? Yes, there's no doubt about it. Whoosh! Whoa! Thank you. She suddenly hugged me. Huh? Again? Whoa, what's going on? Thank you, thank you. Amane pushed her forehead onto mine and rubbed it round and round. That's a little weird. Not gonna lie. Ouch. Hey, that hurts, Amane. I mean, I'm not complaining, but a little weird. I'm not good at expressing my thanks. That's because I'm stupid. Rub, rub. It hurts, but it feels good? Okay, yep, we're going there. Because she is holding tightly and our foreheads are together, her ample chest is pushing against me. Not only is she beautiful, but stylish too, and they're bigger than they look, and I have no choice but to experience this for myself. Yep, of course, we have no choice. How disgusting. Look at his face. He's having dirty thoughts. So are you. You're just making up whatever you feel like. It's lunchtime, by the way. I brought the parts that Anchan gave me to the garage, but because the reaction was much more than I expected, I'm in a state of confusion. Kotori, who I came here with, and also Ageha, who came along for some reason, are both staring at me in a way that feels kind of prickly. Thank you, thank you, thank you! After tearing Amane away from me, who was kind of like a big playful dog, I once again passed the parts to her. Please, go ahead and use them. Thank you, but how on earth did you get these? A friend of mine works in a factory that deals with the manufacture and processing of special parts. For this kind of thing, he should usually be able to make it for me. It seems that for this, Anchan looked at the engineering diagram and made something that was the same. That's pretty impressive. Huh. Let's put them on right now. Amane took the parts over to the glider. Ooh, that was a surprise. Amane's pretty bold, isn't she? She hugged him the other day too, and he was loving it, that sleaze. I guess that's Aoi. Is just a typical guy, right? Don't say things like that about me. Anyway, why did you come with us? Me? I wanted to talk to Amane. Also, I thought it would be interesting. Kotori was being pretty snappy just now. She might be annoyed because someone else found out about our secret place. Amane, who is like a kid who's been bought a birthday present, has immediately started work on installing the parts. It looks like the parts are used in the instruments in the cockpit, and she diligently dismantles the mechanical parts. So this is a glider. Ageha is standing beside Amane and is watching her work. This doesn't have an engine, does it? How does it fly? It rides on the wind. But first it has to take off, right? Yeah. She catches on pretty quickly. I'm not being sarcastic. It might sound like that, but I'm really not. Yes, there are several methods for doing that, but in this case, a winch is used to fly it like a kite. That's so cool. Huh? Something this big? Yeah. Ageha stares at the aircraft in disbelief. Kotori and I, as if we are appreciating a work of art, untiringly look on at the sleek aircraft. Amane seems to have completely forgotten that we are even here, and is immersed in installing the parts. It's like the first time I came here and met Amane. It will fly again. It will fly to the sky that Isuka spoke of. Huh? What's up? No, nothing. Excuse me. A female student who looks like a senior came into the garage. Is Senior Mochizuki here? I make a bewildered face like, who the hell is she? And Ageha told me. That's the vice president of the student council, Akari Kumoi. Vice president of the student council? What on earth does she want? If you're looking for Amane... At that moment, she had her head in the cockpit. As the vice president sees this, she briskly approaches the cockpit and peers inside. Senior Mochizuki. Senior Mochizuki. She called out in a loud voice, and Amane finally pulls her head out of the cockpit. Hi, Vice President. From the way she suddenly spoke to her in a familiar tone, I thought that they might have a close relationship, but the Vice President doesn't seem that way at all. Without losing her resolute attitude, she asks her question. What have you done about the matter in question? The truth is, I still haven't done it. Are the people in here with you? No, they're not. They just came to deliver some parts. Amane was downhearted as she answered, and the Vice President let out a little sigh. I've told you before, if you can't find any more members for the club, then the club will have to have its status repealed. Huh? Why's that? Astonished, we look on as bystanders as the conversation continues. But, Vice President, the teachers recognize that this is a special case, but it sets a bad example to the other circles that have a low number of members. If this isn't properly organized as a club, then it will inevitably have its status repealed. Amane looked down as though she was at a complete loss. For some reason, I get a strange pain inside as I look at her. It's fine, isn't it? Kotori suddenly jumped into the conversation. Huh? You must be Kotori Habane. While slightly surprised that she knew who she was, Kotori continued to speak. The teachers said it was okay, didn't they? In that case, you shouldn't be complaining. And also, Amane is a special case herself, isn't she? This is the reason why she repeats the year. Everyone knows that's why she's in this school. I thought I saw veins appear on the vice president's temples as the two of them ranted at her. For the teachers to interfere in matters pertaining to club activities is a clear infringement on the autonomy of the student council. Well, she's not wrong there. That is exactly the case in this situation. She thrusts forward, approaching one step, while Kotori and Ageha take a step back. There are many circles that wish to be made into clubs. They do not receive a club budget, and in many cases do not fulfill the club activity requirements necessary to be given a clubhouse. Yesterday, the Taiko Drum Study Society applied for a place to practice, but had to be rejected. When that happened, do you know what they said? How would we know that? The Soaring Club, which has one member, has a big garage to use, so why isn't there a single place we can practice? Do you not think that their opinion is an extremely fair one? Yeah, actually I do. It is. Even so, the ones who had their application rejected obviously won't be able to consent to that, will they? However, since a long time ago, this garage has been used by the Soaring Club, before we were even born, and this fact cannot be ignored. That's because the teachers recognize this as a special case, or perhaps there is some other reason. We and the student council respect that fact. It is not our intention to have Senior Mochizuki removed for the sake of circles that play around and do not display any signs of proper club activities. That is why... The vice president turns from facing Kotori and Ageha and looks back round at Amane, who is nervously listening behind her. It is up to you to take immediate action, as we have requested. If you need to see the fruits of the club's activities, a few days ago I performed a test flight. Didn't that take place during lesson time? That's outrageous. On the contrary, you should consider that another step closer to the club being abolished. Ah! Amane staggered back as if she had been hit hard. I guess that's true, though, isn't it? On Windmill Hill, when Kotori and I watched the glider flying across the sky, lessons were taking place in the school. Do you understand? A minimum of 4 members are required in order to be recognized as a club. You must find another 3 members for the club. Amane looked down with a very grave expression. But this is all done for myself. In that case, it cannot be recognized as a club. I'll join. Huh? I raise my hand, and the others all look at me. You are the boy who transferred here recently, aren't you? You must be Aoi Minase. The vice president looks at me as if she is evaluating me. I'll tell you this now, we will not allow there to be ghost members. I know. This is the reason why I came here today. I decided this morning, well, yesterday actually. I still don't know much about gliders though. I just thought it would be interesting. I feel excited just to imagine flying it, riding on the wind. If Senior Amane will allow me to, that is. Yeah, if you say you want to join, I don't mind. But I'm only doing this for myself, you know. I still don't know much about gliders, or about you either, Amane. But if that's what you want to do, then I'd like to help you. As I state my reasons, the vice president looks as though she isn't convinced. It looks like some transfer student who doesn't even understand the situation has come barging in, trying to act like a hero. I can't say that there isn't some element of that to it. Well then, I'll join too. Ageha raised her hand in a really casual manner. Huh? Even with everyone looking at her, Ageha appears aloof. Is it okay that I'm also a member of the robot club? Yeah, that's fine, but... What are you doing, Ageha? What? It looks like fun. One person left. Everyone naturally looks toward Kotori. Poor Kotori. What? Kotori turned her wheelchair sideways to avoid everyone's line of sight. I'm not joining. Oh, fuck you! As Kotori says this, the vice president made a face that seemed relieved yet disappointed. You still need one more person. There's no way it can be recognized as a club as things stand now. If it's decided that it can't be allowed, what will happen? First, you will have to vacate this garage. Amane looks really distressed. Well, of course she does. If there's nowhere to keep this giant glider, the club's activities cannot continue. There's myself and Ageha, so we'll get one more person. Could you wait until then? Very well, I will wait until Friday. If you can't get the club organized by then, it'll be reduced to the position of a circle, and you will no longer be allowed to use the garage. Is that understood? Amane nods in agreement with a total lack of confidence, and the vice president leaves the garage. Damn. Kotori, you're not in any clubs, are you? Can we just give your name just until we find someone else? I refuse. Kotori bluntly refused and left the garage. So it's no use. We have to do something about it ourselves. Say, you guys, we're sorry, Amane, that we caused things to turn out like this. No, you helped me out. If it weren't for you, the club would have had its status taken away. But is it really all right with you? That's what I plan to do from now on. Me too, I'm interested in this in so many ways. Leave gathering members to us. Amane, as for the club's activities, please put something together that will make the vice president understand. Yes, I will. I don't know, guys, are we gonna save the Soaring Club? Who knows? Is this alright with you? What is? Today is the first time you've been in the garage, right? Even so, you've suddenly become a member. But it sure does look like fun. You're here too, Aoi. What am I gonna do with you? That thing flies, right? You can't possibly tell me not to be excited. Yeah, I know what you mean. Without thinking, I raised my voice. I was happy that Ageha felt the same way. Well, in my case, I'm more interested in making it fly than getting in and flying it myself. I want to try to fly it, and also, she has stayed in school all this time, repeating the year over and over to do this, you know? So they say. Amane doesn't go to lessons and always just stays in the garage. I don't know if that's the truth or not, but what I do know is that she's taking this very seriously. I can't let it all end for some stupid reason, like there not being enough members. First, we have to find a member for the club. Let's try asking him. Who, Mabo? A glider? What's that? Sounds kind of interesting. Doesn't it? So, do you want to join the club? Well, I have my part-time job. Also, if I get too friendly with you, Eri-chan will get jealous, so I have to give it a miss. You'll figure something out. It's fine. She'll never know. Okay, yeah, just lie to your girlfriend. Yes, she will. Eri-chan has friends in this school. So you shouldn't really speak to me. Grr, you've been like this ever since you got a girlfriend. We're childhood friends, aren't we? What happened to our friendship? I'm busy with the band, so there's no way. We're playing a gig soon, so now we're rehearsing. Zisk, you're so cold-hearted. Why don't you ask him? Aoi, I mean. I can't ask him, he's already a member. What? So you guys are hanging out again? Without me? Pick one, Mabo, pick one. What, is there something wrong with that? We want you to come with us too, you know. Why don't we ask her sister? Who'd want to hang out with him? Patoo, patoo. Ew, gross, don't spit. Damn it, Mabo, you're such a pain in the butt. Hey, Ageha. Yeah? I don't know. This time, give it your best shot. Huh? What are you talking about? Jeez, just get out of here, will ya? Go on, shoo, shoo. You idiot, Mabo. Yeah, baka. It was no use. So, was it my fault after all? No, he's busy with his girlfriend, his part-time job, and his band. He's really making the most of being a teenager. In the past, we used to hang out all the time. What are you talking about? If Mabo treated us like we were more important to him than his girlfriend, what do you think would happen? I'm gonna give him the cobra twist until he cries. So there's nothing we can do about it. Next is, oh that's right, Hotaru comes here, doesn't she? We went to the first grade classroom. When students from the upper grades come to visit, there's a strange air of tension in the classroom. What's up, Ageha? Aoi? Oh. Oh, what is it? Well, this is the first time I've seen you in your uniform. It suits you. Okay, yeah, let's just be a full creep. Okay, when I met her yesterday, she was wearing her own clothes. You kinda look more grown up. I only said it to tease her, but she went red, like she was on fire or something, and got really flustered. Oh, don't say that, Aoi. I don't look grown up. Hey, Aoi, don't tease the juniors. I'm kinda teasing her, but actually I mean what I say. That's even worse. Ageha looks cuter, doesn't she? Huh? Me? Yeah, see, Aoi? The uniform suits her better than me. Oh, hardly. Mabo said that I'm a boy on the inside. But her appearance has gotten much cuter, don't you think? When Hotaru looks at me with those innocent, sparkling eyes, I cannot tell a lie. Well, yeah, I do think she's gotten cuter. Owie! Bam! Ugh! I eat an elbow to the ribs. Ouch. Thanks. I think that you've gotten a lot cooler too, Owie. Oh. She said the same thing for the second time, this time in the first grade classroom, so of course I feel embarrassed. The reason why I'm looking down is because my ribs hurt though. Anyway, that's not what we came here to talk about. Ageha, continuing with the momentum from before, talks to Hotaru about how we are looking for members for the Soaring Club. Ageha, you and Aoi are in the same club? Yes, we are. That's why I wondered if you might like to join too. Well... Glare. Hotaru glances at me. No, I'd rather not. What? Wait, why not? I have to help out at home. Yes, but you only need to help out on Sundays. But from now on... She seems kind of wavering, yet firm in her reply. Maybe there's a reason for it. Okay, we get it, Hotaru. But if you're interested, come anytime. Okay. It's finished. Kotori brings over the cucumber that she had crushed into about the right size using a wooden pestle. Is it really okay to do it like this? Yeah, that way it absorbs the flavor a lot better. We're going to marinate the cucumber. It absorbs the flavor a lot more easily if it is crushed than if it's chopped with a knife. Is there anything else left to do? I think that's it. Right, I'm off. Hey! What? We still can't find anyone who wants to join the club. We tried all the people who we could think of. I see. You seem even more interested in it than we are, don't you? The time on Windmill Hill, when first we saw the glider flying. The time she wandered into the garage and saw the real thing up close. The time we made the paper airplanes and flew them together. Her eyes were always shining, like a child's. I can't forget the expression on Kotori's face. She's usually so sulky, or looking as though she's bored. But maybe that is what her true expression really is, I thought to myself. If I join the club, I'd I'd just cause problems. What do you mean? No, you wouldn't. To be perfectly honest, it would be great if she would just join the club. But I'll soon be... She stops mid-sentence and moves her wheelchair along. Hey, can I ask you a question? No. Why do you want to drop out? I said don't ask me. Huh? Kotori looks as though she's realized something. It was you after all. You picked up my withdrawal notice. Withdrawal notice? What's that? Does it taste good? Can we have it with tonight's dinner? I played dumb without hesitation. You idiot, you moron, you big meanie. I hope you get stuck in a ditch and die. Oh, that was cute. With a barrage of parting shots, Kotori hurried away. We can't seem to find anyone. It's been 2 days since I joined the Soaring Club. Since then, whenever we've had any spare time, Ageha have been trying really hard to find members. Everyone seemed interested and yet not quite enough to join the club. As I thought, everyone's scared of Amane. She's not that scary, is she? It's not that, she's just too incredible. Aoi, you've only just transferred here, so maybe you don't really know how it is. That girl is like a living legend in our school. I know firsthand that her weirdness is legendary. Also, there are rumors that she's antisocial. The basis of such rumors is not clear, but she doesn't have any friends, hardly ever shows up for classes, and is locked away in the garage basically the whole time. Even when she does come out, she's always alone and doesn't have any contact with anyone. If you look at it like that, she certainly seems quite antisocial. The club is led by Amane, right? It looks like people are worried that they won't be able to keep up with her. Then there's one other reason. Oh, that rumor? There's something that I learned from looking for members. It is something said only in whispers, like some urban legend. If you get involved with the Soaring Club, you attract the attention of Mr. Tobioka. Is that true? Maybe. However, it's not impossible, is it? Mr. Kujira Tobioka. His first name means whale, but he's not as big in size as you might imagine. But it's said his attitude is larger than life. I've seen him before, and he's the teacher acting as moral advisor, and he's the nagging, annoying type. There were a lot of teachers like that at my old school, but here, he's a bit of a rarity. Mr. Tobioka is the advisor to the Robot Club. In other words, the advisor to Ageha's club. Yeah, that's not going to pose problems later on in the story at all, right? In the past, Amane achieved amazing things with the Robot Club, like I told you before, right? She was one step away from the national championship, you mean? Ageha nods, and also that she pressed the wrong button on the controller and lost. I know about the person known as Senior Mochizuki to a certain extent, but I didn't think she'd be the sort of person to make such a simple mistake. There's more to that story. Mr. Tobioka was the advisor to the Robot Club at that time too, but when that happened, he was so full of regret. Yeah, most people would be. I would have felt the same way if I had been in that situation. We'll get it next time, he said to show his determination, it seems, but... Not long after, Amane all of a sudden quit the Robot Club. Why? Well, I don't know. One explanation is that when Amane lost the national championship, she didn't seem that annoyed about it. Since then, the Keifu Robot Club has been living on the glory of that occasion and had failed to achieve any decent results. So you mean Mr. Tobioka blamed Amane for it? Ageha made a serious face and nodded. That's ridiculous. But I can't really say that. My last school was good when it came to sports. There's a sports scholarship program, and it was important for the school to get results in tournaments. The advisors and directors of each club are evaluated accordingly, and at times it may be the turning point in their lives. The Robot Club is the most popular club in the school, and its performance is directly linked to the promotion of the school. Even if Mr. Tobioka blamed Amane, I can't exactly say that it's strange. Are you okay with this? What do you mean? Well, Tobioka is your advisor, isn't he? Are you alright with him keeping an eye on you? He might bug me by making snide comments, but if I use earplugs, I'll be fine. That's not the problem, really, is it? Ageha looked a little confused. I know what you're trying to say, Aoi, but there's something more important at stake, so there's not much I can do about it. What do you mean more important? Well... Oh, it's you two. Aoi Minase and Ageha Himegi, wasn't it? Hi. Hello, Vice President. You must be in the middle of gathering new members. It doesn't look like things are going too well. Wow, way to really drive that one home. The Vice President gave me a bitter smile as she made her assumptions. Yes, but it all comes down to us finding one more member. I will tell you this now, but ghost members will absolutely not be accepted. She frankly stated. Why is that? There must be other clubs that have ghost members, right? Why is it only us? The Vice President glares at us as we make our childish protests in vain. The other small-scale, culture-based clubs are beside the point. The scale of the Soaring Club facilities is just too big. No other club occupies a garage like that. The Robot Club uses a great big garage too, doesn't it? That has approximately 60 members. They have achieved results in national competitions. But the one who achieved those results was Amane. The Vice President ignores Ageha's grumbling and continues to speak. If the Soaring Club were to vacate the garage, the Light Music Club or the Taiko Drum Study Society could modify it into a practice studio. Also, the RC Club, the Photography Club, and the Film Studies Group want to use it. If a partition were to be added, then it could be reused as a clubhouse for multiple clubs. If you think about it like that, then there's no way that a club made by gathering ghost members will be accepted. That's fair enough. We became embarrassed about expressing our childish opinions, and Ageha and I felt small as we looked downward. However, she let out a little whoo as she sighed. If Senior Mochizuki were to ask, there should be some people who would join her. In other words, you're not making any unreasonable demands. Of course not. It's not my intention to get rid of the Soaring Club. This sets a bad example to the other clubs, and I just want to straighten out the situation. But Amane isn't trying to recruit any members herself. It is really frustrating. It looks like there's no other way but for me to play the bad guy and give Amane a big kick in the butt. I'm not saying you have to go that far. Is that okay for you to find proper club members? Because ghost members will definitely not be accepted. You don't have to say that every fucking time. The Vice President reminded us as she walked away. Akari is strict, but a good person, isn't she? Yeah, she doesn't seem very flexible though. She seems familiar with the students' names and profiles, and it looks like she wouldn't be able to get away with abusing the power that comes with the position. But it's strange, isn't it? What do you mean? That even though Amane suddenly left the Robot Club, she has been continuing with the Soaring Club for years, until she became the super repeat student. Yeah, you got a point there. Even so, she isn't trying to get any new members. I guess she really is antisocial after all. The more I know about the situation, the less I understand it. After school, Ageha and I head to the Soaring Club's garage. After all, we're already members. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. As she looks at us, Amane bows her head in apology. Cut it out, Amane. Yeah, seeing you like this, Amane, somehow makes me feel like it's taking years off my life. If it's no good, I plan to leave here without fuss. I'm still looking for a place I can transfer to. Does that mean you're giving up on the club? Amane nods apologetically. Amane, why don't you look for new members? I'm only doing this for myself, so I don't have any reason to involve other people. Is that what she really thinks? Is that because you don't want to let anyone come near this place? If so, then we... No, that's not it. People are always welcome to come and take a look. But how about becoming members? Oh, I don't know. If they don't, then I know I won't be able to stay here. That would be a big problem. But as for what I should do, I still haven't been shown the answer. Amane really looked distressed and became despondent. If we ask any more questions, all we'll be doing is cornering her even more. Anyway, once you've built the glider, what do you plan to do next? Take over the world, of course! Enter a competition? We can use the club's objectives as material for our recruitment drive. As far as the quick check that we did goes, apparently there are competitions for gliders too. Competition? No, I'm not planning to enter anything like that. Huh? So what are you gonna do? There's a place I want to go to. Amane gave a smile. It seemed just like she was about to start reminiscing about old times. A place you want to go to? That's what Isuka said. Once the glider is complete, we can go there. Isuka? She said that name before. It will fly to the sky that Isuka spoke of. The photo. Looking as if memories had come flooding back, she looked at the photo frame on the desk. The photo frame without a photo. She looked like she had gone into her own little world, and it didn't seem that we could ask her any more questions. Well, then, we'll be off. To search for people who might join the club. Whatever answer Amane gives, avoiding having the club's status repealed was the top priority. Oh, I'm sorry. No, instead of that, please try to make something that can demonstrate the club's activities. Okay, got it. It was past 9 o'clock at night. In the kitchen, I was washing the dishes for 5 people. In the dormitory, there were 6 people including myself, but Kotori didn't show up for dinner or to help prepare beforehand and was shut away in her room. Just in case, I put her dinner in the fridge. If she gets hungry, she can eat it whenever she wants. Maybe she's feeling down. Why does she want to drop out of school? Is it because of what Ageha said, that it was because of the argument she had with the girls in the class? Is it because the lessons are boring? Or could it be something that I don't know about? It's possible. It could even be something that not even she understands. I, of all people, can't really say anything about other people. I don't think that anyone would understand the real reason why I came back to this town. To be honest, I still haven't really solved things for myself yet. As I began to feel kind of down, I was surprised to hear the sound of footsteps, stomping down the hallway. Aoi! Kanako? Oh, okay. Aoi, do something! What is it? Could it be that you were attacked by a pervert? While I had my back to her, I couldn't stop my eyes from looking around in her direction. No, not that. It's Kotori. Huh? Someone had taken Kotori's clothes off? No, that can't be it. She said she's having a bath by herself and she won't listen to us. Oh, why don't you let her take a bath? No way. She said she's gonna get into the bathtub. In the bathtub? The wheelchair was in the bath's dressing room. It was the wheelchair that Kotori used when in the bathroom. She always used that when she took a shower. I've never seen her do that, of course. She can't get into the bathtub while still in the wheelchair. For her to get in the bathtub, she needed someone to help her. Her older sister isn't here, is she? She said she couldn't wait any longer. According to what I heard, Kotori has an older sister. She only gets into the bathtub when she comes here. Anyway, her sister hadn't come around here recently. At least not since I'd become the dorm mother. No, leave me alone. I have a shower every day, so I felt like taking a bath. That's why I asked you to just let me in. No way, that's sexual harassment. Get lost. That's why I need you to do it, dorm mother. Help her into the bath. Okay. I get why you're asking the dorm mother, but don't we think that maybe the fact that the dorm mother is a teenage boy, that might be an obstacle here? What? Kanako seemed to say, I'm not coming with you, as she left me by myself. Hey, wait! As she left me behind, I turned to face Kotori. Alright, shall I help you get in? She was glaring at me with an angry look on her face. I can get in the bath by myself. Yeah, but... Humph. Hey, hold on! Kotori went into the dressing room and closed the door. If she does that, I can't exactly go barging in there all of a sudden. If you have any problems, call me right away, okay? I won't let you peek. She replied in a scary voice. There's nothing else I can do, so I wait outside. I sit down in front of the dressing room door, just like I'm guarding it. This isn't really that important, but to have one guy in a girl's dormitory makes taking a bath really inconvenient. I'm the only one who has a set time. If I inadvertently run into any of them in there, I can't just get away with an apology. From the bathroom, I could faintly hear the sound of the shower. She must be washing herself off before getting into the bath. I can hear the sound of the water lightly splashing. I feel kind of nervous. The limited information I get from the sound actually stirs my imagination. Oh boy, here we go. I am strongly aware of the fact that Kotori is getting into the bath. What am I thinking? If she knew what I was imagining, she'd probably try to tear me limb from limb. And as I try to clear the thought from my head, splash. Huh? I react by getting up, opening the dressing room door, and dashing inside. Oh no, Owie, come on. Are you really that stupid? Blah, blah. Are you okay? I jumped into the bathtub and lifted Kotori out while she wriggled and struggled with her hands out of the bath. Hey, snap out of it, Kotori. Kotori was still panicking and clung desperately as I rescued her. You're okay now. Kotori looked at me. It looked like she didn't know who or even what she was clinging to. It's all right. Everything's fine now. Yeah. Kotori weakly nodded while still holding on to me tightly. I continued to hold on to her to calm her down. Both of us suddenly realized what we had failed to realize before. Yeah. Kotori was just wearing a towel, holding her. Eek. I'm sorry. For a moment, we didn't say anything, but she couldn't exactly kick me out, so we just held on to each other. Kotori tries to hide her chest, but squeezes even closer to me. It's okay, I'm not looking. Sniff, sniff. Kotori goes bright red and looks like she's about to cry. I'll go now, sorry. I was about to put Kotori down on the floor. I thought that if I went to call for Kaneko, then everything would be cleared up. Don't go. Squeeze. Weakly yet desperately, she held on to me. But I'm embarrassed. But please. Kotori's hands were shaking slightly. I remember that time when we first met on Windmill Hill. Okay. I nod and it seems like her shaking has subsided a little. Thank you. We stayed like this for a while and Kaneko poked her head into the bathroom to take a look. I heard a big noise. What happened? Well, this and that. So this is the result of ignoring Kaneko's advice. But if we were to say something like that in front of the tearful, shaking Kotori, I would feel really bad for her. It seemed that Kaneko was implying the same thing. Could you get a bath towel? Okie dokie. Then could you cover Kotori up? Okie dokie. While Kaneko put the towel around her, Kotori quietly held on to me. After that, Kotori calmly got into the bath with Kaneko. Kaneko also made sure not to meddle unnecessarily and was very considerate toward Kotori to help her calm down. While I was doing the dorm mother's jobs in the kitchen, Kotori had gotten out of the bath and came to see me. She looked pretty embarrassed. Thanks for just now. Well, it was nothing. I stopped myself from saying something like, that's another one of the dorm mother's jobs. Yeah, might not fly so well. The reason why I did that just now was not because I'm the dorm mother. You must have been shocked. that I can't get into the bath by myself. I didn't know how to answer, and Kotori left me behind and went back to her room. Hello? Sis? No, it's nothing. I'm not crying. It's about school, that thing we were talking about before. Yeah, yeah. I've made up my mind. Uh-oh. What's the decision, girl? Well, we are going to have some questions that are hopefully going to be answered in the next one. Like, will we save the Soaring Club? And what decision has Kotori come to? Probably has something to do with whether she's dropping out of school for good or not. But we'll find out in the next episode. So, as always, leave a like if you like it, dislike if you don't. Comment, subscribe, what you gotta do. I'm hopping off, and we will be back with more If My Heart Had Wings in the next episode. Until then, peace out.